Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers, so will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? The instantly recognisable Signal Iduna Park, one of Europe's most unforgettable stadia. And already we're underway here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I like the look of this guy, Kai Havertz. I felt a little sorry for him when he first arrived in English football, because I don't think he was playing in his correct position. And I know he was helped, but all the help in the world can't always make it work. You have to make it work yourself. And he has stuck at it. And I'm really delighted to see the application beginning now to pay off. Good style.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of... Kane! Goal! England! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He's found the way through. That's good play. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Can he get it through? Stones makes the interception.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Saka is in a really good position out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Chance! Beckenbauer clears it away. And the shot! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Musiala, first quarter of an hour gone. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Now, can they get him away? Oh, super ball! And
Sané really was well marshalled there, because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, he's played it in low. And he's there to belt it away.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the shot! There's a goal! Germany are all square. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And the shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Great vision. Now it's Sané. Can he get on the end of this? Kane receives it in a wide position. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Germany clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Bellingham. Saka. Goes for a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Saka did very well to get himself one-on-one. Now he's got to figure out how to beat the keeper.
That's a little off target. And they're back on the ball again. Saka cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Rudiger couldn't squeeze it through. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And it's lofted through here. He's picked his way through. Now it's Havertz. Bellingham. Now it's Palmer. That's an imaginative pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Wirtz! That's a half-decent try.
Wirtz is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Ambitious ball here. Dink through.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Havertz! Caught offside that time. Alexander-Arnold gets across to Inter. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Germany are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
Substitution for Germany, number 9, Sane.
England get the second half going.
Adeyemi. Coming on the field, number 20, Timo Werner. Number 26.
Probing pass, and he's intervened well there. Threads one in. Great ball, and he's a chance for a shot! Goal, England! And they're back in front. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
England get themselves into the lead. Well, the run-has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Somewhat off target. And this is Kane. Saka. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other option.
He'll fancy himself from here. He's had a crack. And that's caused a worry or two.
That is a really good chance miss, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Tries to play it through. He has a look up. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Wirtz. Judge, surely! There's a goal! Remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think...
Shoots! Goal, England! And again they hit the front. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
And Solanke! They've done it! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Milner. Looking for the run. Oh, well measured. Face to face with the keeper. And he's there to get it away. No foul, says the referee.
Substitution for Germany. Number 10, Retz. Number 6, Joshua Kimmich.
Milner.
Coming on the field, number 7, Kroos.
Toni Kroos.
Number 2.
Can he latch on to this?
Nicholas
Oh, that's fabulous. That has not gone well. Saka. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He is through here. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Lewis Skelly. He's got away. Gets a good foot in there. Goretzka. Raum. It's a pretty loose pass. And the keeper's got it again. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Goretzka. Palmer. And the counter is on. That's been slipped through. And he's running through. Kane! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Maguire calmly anticipates.
5 minutes added time.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Now it's Solanke. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Goes long and straight. Palmer. Nice looking ball. Oh, that's clever. No luck with that dink over the top. Aims beyond the defence. Alexander-Arnold. And that will be it. Germany were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. The end of the
Just a quick
game.
reminder today,
Reflections.
please refrain
Well, you
from
can never
talking
predict
outside
the
this
results
stadium.
of these games.
Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge, because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And already we're underway here. Chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. David Villa powering forward here. Oh, he's found support out wide. Fran Garcia gets into a good... David Villa! That's another chance! Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry.
Oh, they could be caught out here! And he's straight offside. And this is Torres. Kimmich cuts it out. Beckenbauer. Raum. Raul. Takes a shot! Same again, same outcome.
Germany really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
And it's Garcia. Can he get it through? And it's made its way to... And the finish! He has done it! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Germany really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Well, that's a booking, always looked it. David Villa. Havertz. Musiala. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Dani Olmo engages and forces him off the ball. Wits. Oh, they could break here. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's in a great position here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Dani Olmo. And he's on his way! And he's intervened well there. A probing pass. Now, can they get him away? Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Schlotterbeck kept his eye on it, and he's there. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Great chance! Yes, it's there! Right back in the game! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Germany are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Germany get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Kimmich. He's had it taken off him. Oh, no joy this time. Raum. That has been slung wide. He's a sharp little ball here. Dani Olmo. Now it's Torres. This looks promising. And it's been played through. Kimmich gets a foot in here. Musiala does really well to win the ball there. Played into space, and he was quick to react. And it's Garcia. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Spain are looking to break at pace. Dani Olmo. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rodri. And he's in on goal. Now this could be a chance. He's having a shot! It's fallen kindly here. You've got to be quick to recover this. Nemecha gets rid without sophistication. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Shapes to shoot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Adeyemi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Out to the left it goes. Now it's Villa. Spain have a free kick. This looks like a more than decent chance to strike. That is some save from Khan! And that's it for the first half, a breathless ending. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Either side holding back here, it has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Zubimendi. Carvajal. And the counter is on. And it's Carvajal. Oh, that's fabulous. That's a shade optimistic. And he's heaved it away. And they've got a throw. And this is Torres, and Torres! Iniesta. Nemecha, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He is through here! Puyol did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's been won straight back. Tries to pass it through. Picked out brilliantly. Musiala. Looking to play him in. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Iniesta. Fernandes. Surely! It's loose now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That is some save from Khan.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Wits. He's found a way through.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Can he get onto this? He's got away. That is a brilliant interception. Wits has found the net here, of course. Oh, nicely intercepted. Germany have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
He has found the way through. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And he is going into that little black book.
Cambio de jugadores.
Oh, super ball. Gross! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Raum receives it in a wide position. Hausen attempts a clearance. Shoots! Lacking in accuracy. And this is Xavi. And that could set him on his way. And Torres! And he's there to clear it.
Spain surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he's running through.
Daniel.
Dani Olmo! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And it's Fernando Torres. Now it's Xavi. That's been cut out, well played. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And this is Xavi. Germany needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Nice interception, well timed.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Here's the header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Schlotterbeck clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And this is Torres.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Spain can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Spread neatly. Mukoko, he's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So this to pull level. That is some save from De Gea. That has drawn gasps of disbelief.
You couldn't ask for a better opportunity to equalise, but now he'll feel like the opposition have just scored. This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
That's the keeper's ball. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Germany didn't quite recover from the early blow, Peter, after which they just got stuck in chase mode.
And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here.
Well, Gaizka Mendieta, Peter, is such a tremendous athlete.
Pretty much the full midfield package, isn't he?
Because he has that wonderful technique to go with all the tremendous energy and dynamism, everything a modern midfielder needs.
Well, they tell me he was a very talented middle-distance runner in his youth. That makes sense.
Well, I think it would explain his stamina.
Rao, really fierce, close defending. Pass somewhat off target. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Fran Garcia threads one in.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He is through here. Cross needs to be good. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. And we have our very first corner. That has been knocked clear. Has a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Iniesta. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Raul. Rudiger did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Quarter of an hour played. Could try cutting inside here. He's picked his way through. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Adeyemi. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Iniesta. Oh, that's fabulous. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Kimmich, who played through for the wide man. And he's managed to get free. That has not gone well. Musiala is onto this. Now there's a... He's having a shot! Goal! Germany! And Germany are in front. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Germany have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
He's shifting through the gears here. Sane! Oh no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take...
Big chance! It's a goal! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Now it's Kimmich. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Now it's Raul. Wirtz. Numecha. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And another try! Now, who's going to be first to this? Adeyemi! He's got a goal! And that for him is goal number 10. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Germany go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
He's a sharp little ball here. Iniesta. And this is Xavi Alonso. Oh, he's got tall. They've done it! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And here's Torres. Iniesta. Diving header! It's in! Spain are all square. Oh, super header, wonderfully acrobatic.
Well, he had a choice to make. He could have gone with his foot, but he got it absolutely right with that diving header. Brilliant.
We have ourselves a real game here.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Mendieta.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Spread out to the left. Raul. And this is Ruption, surely! He's missed, but not by that far. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Missed their second corner of the game. Beckenbauer gets it away. Havertz, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Iniesta. He's found a way through. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Adeyemi tries to pass it through. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He's got away. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Germany presented with a golden opportunity here. He'll know exactly where he wants to put it. Goal, Germany! Not much more than a formality.
A picture of confidence. That was never missing.
And it's half-time here. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. It has been end-to-end here, a glut of goals and just one between them. More excitement seems certain. Here we go again then. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He has found the way through. Raul. He's what? Torres! Sticks it away! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Howson. Pau Torres. Great vision.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Oh, what a climb! Goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Spain go into the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
He's shifting through the gears here. Chance! Goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
As if three weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. So the lead now is 2.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Torres showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Torres, and here's Raul. It's Raul! And he whips it in. Terrific header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Corner number 3 coming up. And that should get the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Goretzka. Germany still have the cards to affect this game. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Raul. Now he's got space here. He's in plenty of space here. And he's cut it out.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Surely now! Oh, split second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Mikel Oyarzabal. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And here's Kroos. Mikel Oyarzabal. Spain can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Xabi Alonso promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Gerard Moreno. Spain couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And he's intervened well there. Looking for a runner. And it's Pedri.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's very neat. The Mecha did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, shooting chance! They want to be quick to recover this. The Mecha. And Raum. 5 minutes left on the clock. Kimmich. Undav. Lenormand deals with that comfortably. It's not an especially good pass, that. Rodri, distributed tidily. Looking to play him in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Kimmich. Back into the middle. Beckenbauer. Decent chance! There's a goal! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? That was a given, it always was.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Germany give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage.
He's had a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
So their fourth corner of the game. Undav. Goretzka. So that's it. It is all over. Defeated, dejected, deflated. The ultimate disappointment. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, what can I say, Peter? It seemed like the enormity of the task got the better of the players, and they never really got going. I know it can happen to even the best of us, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this was a painful one.
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We have already started here. Mosquera is making a start here. I wonder what sort of a role is he expected to play, Jim?
Well, he's such a sharp reader of the game, Peter, and that makes him a very good tackler. He's particularly skilled at last-ditch challenges too, though I'm sure his team will be hoping that he doesn't have too many of those to make today.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And here's Boyan. Xabi Alonso. Oh, he's burst. Alonso! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Spain have reclaimed it. That is good alertness. Now it's Morata. That has not gone well. Guardiola. It's not an especially good pass, that. Oh, this looks sharp. Well, that looks a decent ball. And it's Grimaldo. Guardiola gets across to intercept that.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And that could set him on his way. Oh, super ball! It's roll! And that was probably asking just too much.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
And we have our very first corner. Spain are looking to go forward now. Now it's Yamal. First quarter of an hour gone. Aimed beyond the defence. Grimaldo. Now it's Williams.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Wriggles his way through. That's tidy. Rodri. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Out towards the flank. Turns and goes back. Shapes to shoot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He's gone for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's quick to get it clear again. Cross flung in towards the middle. Grimaldo plays it short. And he's gone backward here. Good read, needed to be. Has a look and plays it forward. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Pedri. Look at the space, real chance!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
It's a promising position. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Short changes him with that pass. Guardiola. Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, nice touch. Drive, it hits a shot! Oh, that was brilliantly defended. Spain have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. Pedri is onto this. Steady elbow! And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press.
Has another go! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Corner number 3 coming up. Oh, he's been... And the finish! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
En el minuto 37, el dorsal 7.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Nico Williams. Nicely worked. And they're not going to make any further progress now.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Iniesta. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Looking to play him in.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Howson. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And he plays one through. He's found a way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Defending was strong and firm.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Yamal receives it in a good position here. Iniesta. Great vision. Might be danger here. Shoots! David Villa! Brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Spain are such an adept countering.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Spain are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. And he's been shifted off it. Balde. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. It's a pretty loose pass. And he cuts out the supply. Kubasi. It's Pedri. Dani Olmo. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Yamal. Tries to pass it through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Morata. Can he get on the end of this? Not the most accurate pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Howson. He's looking wide. Driving on and making good progress. Pedro Porro. Good, strong midfield running here. The referee's awarded a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. He's gone for goal. And the ball's come loose here. Pedro Porro charging forward down that flank. Guardiola.
Spain clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Great chance! Goal, Spain! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Spain do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Looking for options for movement. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed.
Yamal! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Nico Williams tries a cross. And this is Morata. It's Morata! A real chance and a real let-off.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 7, Xavi Alonso. El dorsal 4. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 8, el dorsal 10.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. And it's Rodri. Rodri. And this is Morata. Oh, what has happened here? Llorente. Oh, lovely bit of skill. He's going for goal! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Now it's Morata. Now it's Yamal.
Spain surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That pass has been well intercepted. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rodri. Knocks it into space.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And they're back on the ball again. Pedri. Merino. Spain have it back and can go again. Can he finish? Goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who is left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, this poses a very interesting question now, Peter. Do they push on to try and win it in normal time? They certainly have the momentum.
Pedri.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Gets a good foot in there. Tries to play it through. Threads one in. Ferran Torres. Pedri. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Turns back here, probably the best option. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pedri, he is through here. Big chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And they can counter here. Nice looking ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Nicely weighted ball. There are 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
So a short respite for the players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
So our quest to find the winner continues. Spain pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? And he skips past his man. Llorente. Pedri. Oh, easy pickings there. Mikel Oyarzabal. Ferran Torres. And here's Marino. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Shifted it to the flank. Ferran Torres in acres of space out wide. Now it's Marino. It's a searching pass. Short changes him with that pass. Looking for the run. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? For Ferran Torres. Tries a shot!
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
So their fourth corner of the game.
Será sustituido por el dorsal 9.
They've played it short. Pedri. Chance! They're up to 5 corners now. Ferran Torres! Balde gets good distance on it. And it's Rodri. Spain have the chance to go the other way. Oyarzabal. Balde makes the interception. Now it's Ferran Torres. Pau Kubasi gets a foot in here. And here's Yamal. Extra time reaches half-time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Mikel Merino deals with that. Can he finish? This time, surely! And that should get the job done. And it's Pedri. Oh, that's well spotted. Pedri. Pedro Porro. This looks promising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Ferran Torres is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And here's Ferran Torres.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Yamal. And that's really well manoeuvred. Balde. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Howson gets across to intercept that.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Ferran Torres! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Spain really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Punched away. There's the whistle, and it is going to penalties.
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a grueling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
OK, get set. We have penalties. Ferran Torres, first in line. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that, the way he was moving beforehand. Very good save.
Mikel Oyarzabal is the next man in the spotlight. Oh, he's hit the upright!
Oh, that's unlucky. Got almost everything right.
Torres is second man up. That's how it's done. He made the keeper commit.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
Ferran Torres will take their second. Oh, quite remarkable miss. Spain are now able to take a giant step towards where they want to be. Right in the bottom corner. Some nerve. And that doubles their lead. So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match. It's in, too smart for the keeper.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
Spain are putting real pressure on here if they put this away. Keeper's gone the wrong way. And he's put them 2 in front. He must, but can he? It's in, he's kept them in it.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
So it is all down to him now, no pressure. That's won it! Spain can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected. There is Franck Ribéry, Just a smashing player, Jim.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see an awful lot of him out on the wing here, Peter. He'll inject an awful lot of energy and pace into this team's attack, but he's also got an eye for a killer ball. That's why he's racked up so many assists at club level.
Yeah, double figures every season is the norm for him. Great numbers.
Yeah, can't argue with stats like that.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Shoots! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Spain are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Looking for options for movement. Ribéry. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Iniesta did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And it's Ribéry. First quarter of an hour gone. Howson defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well timed, excellent interception. Oh no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. Great chance here from position A1. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Alonso. He's gone for goal! And how good was that? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they are cruising away. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but
And he's decided to go for it. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
Brilliantly cut out. And it's Llorente.
Oh, really well played.
Llorente with the cross. Spain have scored 2 quick goals here. Llorente is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Nicked it back promptly. That's rather hopeful. And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
France certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Good effort from distance.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Iniesta, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Balde, Iniesta, great vision.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And he's managed to get rid. Tries from a long way out. Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And he's let fly. Spain are looking to break at pace. That's good running with the ball. He's having a hit! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Spain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well played. Important challenge, that. Conte. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Spain absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a dock. It's in!
Gol de Francia. Marcó en el minuto 47 el dorsal 4.
So is this the start of a comeback? And that's a throw-in. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Balde. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a throw. Just about within shooting range. Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
And he is going into that little black book.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
France choosing to make the first change. That's really well cleared. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And it's Ribéry. Pass somewhat off target. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, that's fabulous. Very nicely done. Raul. Big chance! He's missed, but not by that far.
Xabi Alonso is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Será sustituido por el dorsal 9.
Ball is over the line. Llorente. Torres in acres of space out wide. Spain still have the cards to affect this game. He won't be happy with that one. Zaire Emery looking understandably energised after his goal. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Zaire Oh, that's ambitious. Comfortable claim for the keeper.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack. A lot of space here.
Tries from distance. Keeper is right behind it.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Aims beyond the defence. Iniesta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It's a goal kick.
Cambio de jugadores en España.
So here comes a substitution, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. He's a sharp little ball here. Balde. Spain will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Half an hour gone in the second half.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as...
Well, that's clear cut, it's a free kick. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 15 será sustituido por el dorsal 20, Morata.
Morata.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Ferran Torres. He has found the way through. Ferran Torres! Cleared without complication. Morata! What a hit, the save was firm.
Morata clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Nicely shaped ball, nicely worked. Oh, shooting chance! Relentless, just relentless. That is how you do it. A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Spain grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Ferran Torres, David Villa, and the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now, can they get him away? It's a searching pass. The less said about that pass, the better. Can he get on the end of this? Looking for the run. That is good alertness. Can he get it through?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. He's gone for goal. Into the arms of the goalkeeper. Ferran Torres. And it's Xabi Alonso. And that has been knocked clear. And that's that. Spain can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. Well, certainly result-wise. This is a game they wanted to win for so many reasons, and his players did a sterling job carrying out the instructions. Thoroughly enjoyable.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Se ruega a nuestros espectadores que respeten en todo momento las normas de seguridad.
Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's away we go then. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, this guy, Theo Hernandez, comes from a family with great pedigree. although he's a very different player to his older brother, who's a fine player in his own right. But Theo is about dynamism, pace, and then
He's gone for goal. Oh, he's been caught napping. Traumeri. Now it's Sam Maximin. Real chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
he's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
There's no sort of quality on that. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Barcola. Barcola! And again the keeper stands strong.
Barcola really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
France have their second corner now. That's really well cleared. Now it's Barcola. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And it's Iniesta. That has been cut short.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Thuram engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Spain are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Oh, that's a key interception. Xavi Alonso. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Konate is fouled. And no surprise, that's a booking. Barcola. And he's had a hit! Brilliant from Barcola! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And France are in front. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Nicely shaped ball. Taken back almost at once. That is good alertness.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Howson clears. It's a threatening ball. Shot a goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Barcola clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 3 coming up. Raul attempts a clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Bojan. And it's Tchouaméni. Now it's Barcola. Barcola. Oh, this is a terrific run. Howson did well to emerge with the ball. He's gone for goal! And somehow it stayed out. Saliba does really well to win the ball there. Mbappe. Now what about this cross? Mosquera gets across to intercept that. Chance! Looking for a runner. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Mbappe. France applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. And it's Chouameni. Boyan. And again they run up against stubborn defending. Saint-Maximin. Oh, that's fabulous. He's tried one! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Thuram. Big chance! Oh, another save. So their fourth corner of the game. He rises! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he get on the end of this? And the finish! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And he's intervened well there. Great vision. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Spain certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 10. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 9.
And we're underway again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Oh, shooting chance! He's got away with one there.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Can he get it through? He's found the way through. Up he goes! Oh, crossbar! Their attempt, just the wrong outcome. They're up to 5 corners now. Roll with the clearance. Samat is having a shot! Dealt with nicely by the defence. That is good strength. Thuram's cross. Terrific header! Just off target. Iniesta. Threads one in. Now it's Villa. And he's found it. Tries a shot! And he's found the net! And the second half is off to a flyer! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Thuram. Now it's Barcola.
Spain have certainly changed the dynamic, but I'm not quite sure whether we're going to get patience or impatience now.
Crosses it in here. It's gone for a throw-in.
Changement.
And it's Chouameni. France couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Guardiola.
Spain may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Chance, surely! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Mignon trying to keep this in. Now the delivery. Shapes to shoot! That's a half-decent try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Spain making another change here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Saliba. It's been shipped out wide. Dembele is herring after that one. Saliba makes the interception.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Koundé gets over and intercepts. He's in a great position here. Picked up, and the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Played in deep. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
France surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Attention, changement.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. David Villa. Now it's Ferran Torres. Chouameni with a definite foul there. And that's going to be a booking. He's got tall. Oh, surely that deserved better.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
Dembele might just make this. And that pass just didn't quite work. And they can counter here. Tries to pass it through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. That was well seen too. Good clearance.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Oh, it's Dembele. 5 minutes left on the clock. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Spain really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Saint-Maximin. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And the shot's on here. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Probing pass. And that's that. Spain were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this.